Open with the fundamental truth that all humans are bound by time. Every person, at some point, will be forgotten, as life is fleeting. Discuss mortality as the one constant no one can escape. Use philosophical or literary references, e.g., the idea of memento mori, or existential musings from philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre or Albert Camus. Present the paradox. In the face of inevitable forgetfulness, why do we still push forward? What drives us to create, to do, and to live as if we'll be remembered forever? Introduce the theme of the video. The fear of being forgotten can be an incredibly powerful motivator, urging us to take action, to live with intention, and to leave a lasting impact. The universality of the fear. Discuss how everyone at some point has wondered if they'll be remembered, or if their life will matter after they're gone. Reference famous individuals and their legacies, like Steve Jobs, Martin Luther King Jr., or Van Gogh. Compare these figures to ordinary people who might not have a famous legacy, but still strive for significance. How the fear of being forgotten often fuels achievements, creativity, and the desire to do something that will live on after death. Expand on how the fear manifests itself in different ways, from the desire to leave a family legacy to creating art that will survive generations. Personal stories or examples of people, historical or contemporary, who have used this fear of being forgotten to motivate their work. The role of legacy in human motivation. Dive deeper into the psychology of legacy and why it's so important to so many people. What does legacy really mean? The desire to have one's existence acknowledged can drive people to extreme efforts, whether it's creating something of beauty, achieving great success, or simply leaving behind memories in the hearts of loved ones. Contrast the temporary nature of fame, which fades, with the lasting nature of personal actions, virtues, and relationships. Examine how this fear shapes ambition, and how people often push themselves to the edge to create something permanent, e.g., writing a book, starting a business, creating works of art. Discuss how even those who aren't public figures can leave a legacy in the form of kindness, influence, or contributions to their community. The paradox, embracing impermanence, 800 to 1,000 words. Explain the paradox. The knowledge that you'll be forgotten can either paralyze you or push you forward. Discuss the power of accepting mortality and impermanence. Sometimes the recognition that we are finite can be liberating. It frees us from the pressure to be perfect and allows us to take risks. Explore the idea that by acknowledging our inevitable disappearance, we can live more fully in the present. The urgency of time can ignite passion and purpose. Examples of people who embraced this paradox and used it to fuel their greatest work, e.g., artists, writers, or entrepreneurs who face significant obstacles or limited time. Offer a practical way to use this acceptance of mortality as a motivational tool, how understanding death can free you to live with more authenticity and drive. Deep dive into how the fear of being forgotten can push us toward action. Introduce concepts like carpe diem and live as though it's your last day. Use stories of well-known figures who faced death early or lived under the threat of mortality, e.g., Steve Jobs' battle with cancer, or athletes who faced life-threatening injuries. Explain how knowing our time is limited can give us permission to take risks and step into uncertainty. Address the issue of perfectionism and procrastination, how the fear of being forgotten can actually be a cure for these paralyzing forces, encouraging us to act now instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Show how this fear can push individuals to achieve remarkable feats. Use examples of authors, explorers, or creators who produced meaningful work because of their awareness of time's limitations. Offer actionable advice for how viewers can apply this fear to their own lives, like setting deadlines, overcoming fear of failure, or making bold decisions. Creating meaning in a world of forgetfulness, 1,000 to 1,200 words. Explore how people find meaning despite the inevitability of being forgotten. Discuss Viktor Frankl's philosophy from man's search for meaning about finding purpose even in suffering. Address the human desire to make a difference and how it's not always about fame, but about making a lasting impact in the lives of others. Provide examples of small legacies that carry immense value, such as the way one person's kindness can ripple out and affect many others. Examine how some people find solace in knowing that the impact they have is not about being remembered by the world, but by those they loved, impacted, or mentored.